All right, you guys, good morning. It's Thursday morning and we're doing our virtual coffee. Love seeing all the faces and so many new people this week. It's amazing. Thank everyone for being here. This morning, our guest speaker is Paul Dolan, and Paul is going to tell us why we have money in our phones, right? Paul, where are you?
I'm right here, probably.
There you
If
are.
I
All
talk,
right.
I'll pop to the top. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, perfect. Paul, the floor is yours, buddy.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm a long time caller of the virtual coffee, and I'm really excited to be presenting here today, talking a little bit about how to make more money right now and help more people. And like you said, I'm going to talk today about turning your phone into what I call a reverse ATM. And if that doesn't sound good to you right now, it will in a couple of minutes. Before I get started, I am actually a lender I live in Georgetown, Texas, just north of Austin. I've known Jacqueline and Debbie for quite a while now, and love helping. What I'm known for is helping people build wealth through real estate, whether that's clients, whether that's loan officers, or whether that's real estate agents. So I help loan officers in coaching them, and I have a team nationally. I do different trainings like this. I'm not selling a training program. Please don't think of that. But what I'm here to do today is help you with a little known strategy, a script, and a process for you to be able to turn your phone into an ATM. So let me share my screen so that I stay on task because I do have ADD from time to time. Excuse me. All right. Well, hey, see my screen? Good? Yes. Okay. Awesome. So, uh, I have a quick question for you, and I'm going to try and make this quick. This is normally like a 45-minute class that I'm condensing to 20 minutes. If you want the full thing, reach out. So, I want everybody, real quick, if you can, take out your phone, go to your contacts, and so go to your phone, whether it's an Android or an Apple phone. If you have an Android, we probably aren't friends. Click on the Z. Sorry, weird. Click all the way down on the Z, right? And scroll to the bottom. And I want you to tell me how many contacts do you have in your phone? So scroll to the bottom. I want everybody to go in chat. If you have an Android, it's actually right at the top. It's really easy to see. And I want everybody to post how many contacts you have in your phone book. So that's what I'd like to do first is how many contacts do you have in your phone book? 1,060, 2,000, 4,000, 1,500, 1,200, 1,300, 199. All right. Okay. Somehow I connected my LinkedIn. I have 13,000 and it's a little unwieldy, but look at that, Debbie, 21,000. All right. Today, what we're going to talk about is how to turn that number into money and why it's there. So the next question I'm going to ask is what, on average, how long are people living in their house? What's the average time that people live in their house?
7 years.
Okay, 7. We hear that a lot. 10 years, 5 to 7. So 15. So a lot of thoughts around the board. You know, the stats are somewhere between 7 and 10 years, depending upon which statistic you look at. For today's purposes, could we agree that 100 months, so right around 9 years ish, is so 100 months, right around 9 years is a conservative number based upon what we're seeing. 5 to 10 years, 7 years, people somewhere in that range. So 100 months. And why do I choose 100 months? Number one, it's a little bit more conservative than what we see in the market. 7 years is what generally people say that they do something in real estate, but it makes the number really easy. Because what I want you to do is take that number of people that are in your phone book and divide that by 100. Now, we're not going to go deep into math today, but that should be a pretty simple calculation. So if you have if you have 1,000 people in your phone book and you divide that by 100, right? That is 10. So what does that number represent? Yeah, everybody put that in the chat. What is that number for you? Okay. What does that number represent? Does anybody have an idea right off now that I'm saying this? What does that number represent?
How many people you to call a day?
Not exactly. That's a great one. I like it.
How many you can close out of the total contacts you have?
That's right there, Malvina, is how many people every month are doing a transaction that are in your phone book. That's how many people in your phone book are doing a real estate transaction every single month. So you got you know how many people here got out of college or high school or schooling or grade school or whatever and said, I'm going to get in real estate, right? How many people here started in real estate right out of school or what, what it was real estate your first job? Very, very few people, right? As witnessed, as evidenced by your phone book. So that's hopefully your eyes are now open, right? Hopefully your eyes are now open. You're saying, oh my gosh, Paul, there are a ton of people in my phone book that are doing a transaction every month. Now, who is doing the number of transactions of the number of people that are in their phone book that should be doing transactions? Usually very few, right? Usually people aren't doing, if they have 1,000 people in the phone book, they're not doing 10 transactions a month. Why? Because you haven't activated your sphere. So here's the fact. People are moving whether you're helping them or not, right? That's a fact. They're moving. People are transacting real estate whether you're helping them or not. So how do you make sure you are getting the deal? Call them, right? Call them. Connect with them. The simplest way is to call them. So what I'm going to help you with today is how to turn your phone into an ATM. I don't have time to go through this form right now just due to time, but I will get this to you afterwards if you would like. But the actual opportunity, even if you cut it in half, the opportunity is huge for you, right? The opportunity, even if you take that number and cut it in half, for most people, whose life would be changed if you were doing 2 transactions extra a month right now, right? Take that number and cut it in half for you. Whose life would be changed if you're doing that number of extra transactions a month? So that's what I'm going to help you with today, is how do I get at that data? How do I put a system and a process around it to be able to contact those people in a meaningful, cool way without being salesy, and do it in a way that you can connect with those people and actually extract them from your phone. Like you don't need to call new people, guys. You don't need to call new people. You already know, most people here, the number that you gave me is enough business for you to have a phenomenal business, right? You have a phenomenal business if you activate the people in your phone book. So there is a program called Covey Export. Anybody heard of Covey Export? Covey Export is a program that runs on your phone or on your Android, and it allows you to download all of your contacts, and it puts it into a spreadsheet that you can put into Google Sheets. You can put it into your database. You can put it into a spreadsheet. Like, don't overcomplicate this. But you can download Covey Export, not the CRM version of it, just the Export by Covey. I'll give you the link at the end. I think it's $3.99, might be $4.99. They seem to change it every once in a while. If you can't spend $4.99 or $3.99 on yourself and on your business right now to get this kind of number, reach out to me. I'll help you then. But this, you can spend $3.99, by the way. That's what we're talking, one-time cost. And then determine the number of calls you need to make each week. That's the next step of this, right? How many calls do you need to make each week? Now, if you divide that number by 13, right? So let's say you have 1,000 people. Let's go with a simple math. Divided by 13, I need to call 76 people a week. Why do I choose 13? Anybody? 13? 13, if I call all my database, all my sphere every 13 weeks, I will call them 4 times a year. So you take that number, you divide by 13. If you have 1,000 people in your phone book, that's 76.9 people. So 77. And then divide that by the number of days a week you're going to make phone calls. So that's 15 people a day. Who can make 15 calls a day to do 10 transactions a month? Okay. 15 calls a day to do 10 transactions a month. You know what? Let's cut that in half, because you got some people in there that won't pick up. You got some people in there that are, that maybe you've got your the telephone number for AT&T, your cell phone company in there. You're not going to get a person. But let's cut that number in half. Who would call 15 people a week to get 5 transactions a month? Who would call 15 people, a day to get 3 transactions a month? If you're not raising your hand, we're probably in the wrong room, because these are easy phone calls. These are easy phone calls. Why are they easy calls? Now, you might be sitting there thinking right now, I'm afraid to make that phone call because I don't know what to say. Does anybody fall in that category? What do I say when I call somebody I haven't talked to in 20 years, right? I've been out of school now, high school, for a long time. I'm just going to say this gray hair didn't grow overnight. I'm doing loans with my high school classmates from 30 years ago. I just had coffee with one in Nashville when I was at PowerCon, Epic PowerCon. I just had coffee with one I hadn't talked to in 30 years. 30 years. And guess what? He's buying real estate. He's investing. Right? He's in my age group. He's looking to build wealth through real estate. I said, oh my gosh, that's what I love helping you do. Let's put a strategy together of how we can help you build wealth through real estate. And now I'm looking at 2 transactions with him in the next 30 days already. 30 years, guys. I hadn't talked to him in 30 years. What did I pick up the phone and say? Does anybody want to know? Okay. Oh, fine. I'll give it to you right here. Hi. This is how it goes. Hey, Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Your name just popped up from my phone, and I thought I'd give you a call and catch up. Let you know I'm in real estate, as I'm not sure you knew that. So how are things going? It's called I call it a real estate sandwich, right? Hey, your name popped up in my phone. Who can say that? Your name popped up from my phone. It just happened to pop up next, right? Wanted to give you a call and catch up. Let you know this is the sandwich, right? Let you know I'm in real estate, as I'm not sure you knew that. How are things going? Who's going to hang up on you right then? What's the fear, right? Does anybody have fear about making that phone call? Your name popped up in my phone. That right there is the secret sauce. Your name popped up in my phone. So you then catch up with them. You know what? People want to connect. And we're in the connection business. Okay, I think you guys said that when we started the call, right? That's why we're all here, is to connect. So your name popped up in my phone. I wanted to get you, and then drop an ask at the end. Catch up with them. Say, hey, I didn't mean to keep you a long time, because you're making 15 calls. You want to make them quick? Hey, do you know any friends, family, coworkers who are looking to buy, sell, or invest? Let them answer, and then can I count on you to contact me when you do? So, folks, this is the process. I know that I don't have my normal time to go through this even further. I've got some further bonus materials that I normally have on here. I'll give you a 90-day challenge. Everybody on this call, I'm going to give you a 90-day challenge. You have 90 days. At the end of 90 days, you're going to give me your whole list out of your phone, and I'm going to have my callers call them if you haven't. That's my challenge to you, because I'll go get them from your phone book. Somebody is getting your deals. They're your deals. Now, somebody's afraid in here. Somebody's afraid to make the phone call. Somebody's afraid to say this script. This is a super easy script. There's no risk in this. Somebody hangs up on you, just move on to the next one, right? You get a voicemail, you leave a, hey, it's Paul. I was just reaching out to you. Give me a call back real quick. I have a question for you. What's the question? Question is, do you have any friends, family, coworkers looking to buy, sell, or invest? Right? That's the end all question I'm trying to ask them. So if they call and say, hey, Paul, what's your question? Hey, I was just calling to catch up. You popped up in my phone. And then you end with the 3x3. So I want to hear from people when you've had success in this on future calls, because I know that you can have success. If you'd like the plan, the scripts, the download, this whole the form that gives you what you need to execute on this, it's right here. I also can probably put a link in the chat to it. This also has the export, the correct link to go directly to Covey for your phone or for your Android. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted to give you here. Let me just see. That's not the right link. I'll get the link here into the chat. Any questions on this? It's hopefully super simple. Once you download, and again, there's a process here. Once you download the CSV file, you can just put it into Google Sheets or put it into a Microsoft Excel, and then start calling the top 13 people. Now, oftentimes I hear, what is the challenge, or what do I say if I call my dentist, right? My dentist office, right? What do I say if I call Domino's Pizza? What do I say if what do I say? Guess what? You say the same thing, because guess what? That person that's working at the front desk at your dental office is probably doing some real estate or knows somebody who is, right? And if you drop the 3x3 at the end of it, friends, family, coworkers looking to buy, sell, or invest, you're now getting into their Rolodex, right? You're getting into a Rolodex. Look at me. You're getting into their phone book, right? And look how many people you know, right? You know 1,000 people. They know 1,000 people. Hey, do you know anybody who's looking to do this? In a future class, I'm going to teach you how to go one level deeper in this question. We just don't have time today, and I've got a class on that, on how to ask the next question that gets into their phone book. But anyway, we'll stop here for today. Appreciate everybody's time. Any questions, comments? Appreciate it. Otherwise, I will turn the floor back over to you, Jacqueline and Debbie.
How did you get
So,
the sum total of those people in your contact?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How can I get the total number of people on
On
my
your phone, how
contact
do you
list?
get the number of people in your phone? The
Right,
number of,
on my phone.
yeah. So if you go to contacts, so if you're using an iPhone, go to contacts, and then you scroll all the way to the bottom. I don't think I can show it on here, but all the way at the bottom, it'll tell you how many contacts you have. So if you
Okay,
scroll past Z, scroll all the way to the bottom, and
all the way
that
to Z.
all the way to Z, and then keep scrolling, and
Okay,
it'll tell you all the way at the bottom.
thank you.
You bet.
so Paul, first I'll say, will you stop sharing so we can see your
Oh,
face again?
it's
And let's see here. I do want to, there we go, spotlight. Perfect. So, so Paul, first of all, two things. COVVE, was that the,
Yes, COVVE, and you want to make sure it's not the CRM version of it. You want just the regular Covey export
okay.
app.
So when I was looking it up, I got the Covey CRM and that's why, because I clicked on Clover app. I
Yeah.
okay, and then the other thing is that uh, QR code you had on your last slide for sending blue, it took me to your landing page. Is that where it was supposed to take me?
Yeah, it'll download the plan, scripts, and guidebook below.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, and what about the send blue? Because it said to send blue. Isn't that for if you don't have an iPhone?
So you can now send blue if you're on a Google device.
Okay.
I guess maybe I'm not sure what you're talking about. The link's in the chat here as well for anybody who didn't download it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you this because I don't know what you can see. The first one is a business card scanner, and then the second one is the CRM, but then there isn't a Covey export.
So it is, here we go. This one right here, export contacts by Covey. It'll be $3.99 right now. Can you see that?
I can see it on your screen. I don't have it in the Play Store, which is really weird.
Are you on a Android? It's okay. We can still be friends. It's okay. I was just kidding. I mean, for now. So we,
this looks like an Apple app.
yeah. So with an Android, you can actually just directly synchronize your Android contacts right with Gmail, and it'll tell you right at the top how many people you have if you have an Android. So you don't, if you have so the hard thing out of an Apple is actually getting your list of people. And this just makes it so easy to do. But there is a Covey export for Android, and I will get it for you right here. So export contacts by Covey is the name of it. So you might have to search for that.
Chat. The Google Play link is in the chat.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay, I'm looking on my computer. I don't see any of this.
Yeah, the two links are in the chat there to get the actual downloads.
Okay,
Jacqueline,
who
quick.
else has got questions? I
want to say something about Paul because I'm really excited, and I know we haven't worked out all the details, but I'm gonna say something anyway. So everyone, Paul is an amazing lender. Him and his wife, we just met Andrea as well in Nashville, and Paul just really wants to be here to help all of us. So he basically said to me at PowerCon when we met him and Andrea that he wants to be like a resource for all of you. And even if you already are working with a lender, he's always happy to talk to you and answer questions. I mean, obviously he's looking to build his business as well, but it doesn't mean that if you're working with someone else that you can't reach out to Paul. He does many different types of loans. His wife and him work together with, I think you're with a particular bank and she's a broker. So they have so many resources. And because he's just a really giving person, like, Paul, what did you say about your dad, that your dad taught you? What was the phrase that he always taught you?
Yeah, so he taught me through his actions, and it became clear when I wrote his eulogy that he taught me to leave everything better than I found it. So I just hope today, my goal today is that I left you guys just, somebody a little better than I found it. So that's what my dad taught me. That's what I bring, want to bring to every table, every client, that's my goal. And in lending, that's what I do. Even if we can't do something now, we show them how, down the road. So anyway, thanks so much, Jacqueline.
Yeah, and Paul's going to be on the Facebook group. So we're trying to figure out a way for him to have a little way to be on there, giving advice, so that if you guys have questions or you're looking for someone or you want help, you'll always know that you can go to Paul for your, lending help, etc. He also works with a lot of realtors for other things, as you can tell today. So if anybody has questions about lending, just in general, or wants more help, or just wants to get to know Paul and make sure that you're comfortable with him, please reach out to him, because he's going to be a great resource for everyone. And I just really appreciate him doing that for us. So thank you, Paul.
Hey, you bet. Yeah, if you ever have a question like, hey, is my lender smoking me, or I'm on a listing side and a lender asked me this or said this, or I'm here to help. at PowerCon, I think I had 5 or 10 questions about that of hey, somebody said this, is this real? I'm here to help. So I'll answer anybody's question. And oftentimes I help people close loans that I don't make a dime on, and that's just it, leave things better than I found it. So Jose, do you have a question? Okay. Jose, you've got your hand up. Got it. Okay. Awesome.
Anyone else have questions for Paul? Anything about what he talked about? getting your contacts out of your phone, what to talk to your contacts about. Anyone have any other questions?
Maybe I missed it, but is your contact information in the comments, Paul?
Yeah, I just threw my contact info up.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So would love to connect. My calendar's there. Love to connect with anybody.
Okay, so I am going, Paul, while I am working to open breakout rooms, what I would love for you to do is give us an icebreaker question for the breakout rooms.
Given what we just talked about, I would love to have the icebreaker question be, how are they going to implement engaging their sphere further using this? What are they going to take out of this to engage everybody in their phone book?
Excellent. All right, here we go. I'm opening all those rooms now. Everybody go to your room. It's that time of the morning.